All rise. Support court with Judge Van Der Bee is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1079, Thomas case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Unfortunately, I'm so sorry to waste your time, my time. I just want child support for my baby.
Okay.
That's it.
But you're not really wasting my time. I have to be here.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
and this is what we do. That's what court is for. You want child support? How old is your baby?
my baby is 2 years old.
Okay. In 2 years, has dad
No,
provided
he
anything?
ain't did nothing. He gave me a $2 bill.
Ah, the classic tale. The man meets the woman at the bar. They believe they have found true love, or at least a good time. 2 years later, there is a child involved. But the dad? Well, he's been, let's say, a little absent. In fact, the only thing she gave for the baby was a $2 bill. Talk about a stellar start. But hey, at least he's been providing some sort of currency.
Okay.
Nothing. My son, all he wants is a relationship with his father. He don't even want dad. And I told you, like, we could just talk this through, but
Well, address me.
Sorry.
Don't address him. I'll get what I need out of him in just a few minutes as soon as you're done.
I'm sorry.
So what's the situation?
So I'm new here. I bartend on the weekends. I work for a retail company.
Okay.
I don't make much. I make $40,000 a year. 20 from the bartender and 20 from the retail. And we met at the bar. And he liked the bartender. So
Okay.
that's how we got started. And I thought things was good. My mentor, I thought me and her was close, and she was trying to get to my man, and that's what happened. So,
Okay.
and
How long did y'all date? Y'all have a dating relationship?
yeah, well, I thought we was dating. He said, nah, don't look at it like that. Let's just be cool. Let's be friends, but don't catch no feelings. But then
Here comes Miss Thomas, full of optimism. Or not. She only wants child support. Simple, right? Unfortunately, Dad has been too busy. Not with the baby, but with his new mentor girlfriend, who, as a fun fact, used to be his mentor. It's always a good recipe for drama, right? The boy has two, and the relationship is already in ruins. But no, we are not here only for pettiness. It's all about child support and juicy details.
you calling me 3 o'clock in the morning, and you showing up to my mama's house, and
How did I say
I ain't
that
got-
we have a 2-year-old?
what?
How did I say that we have a 2-year-old?
I don't know how you said anything. Excuse, I'm sorry. I'm just so flustered because we could have handled this outside. We didn't have to come to court.
We could.
I
Well,
wasn't
that's
even
kinda
gonna
what
put you
court
on
is
child
for.
support.
Hold on, Ms. Thomas. That's what court is for y'all to hash these issues out if you couldn't work it out on your own. So you all had a dating relationship, or what you presume to be a dating relationship.
Yeah.
You met at the bar. I mean, did y'all have some bad shots or something because the
No, we had
relationship
some good
didn't work?
shots. It was a nice long shot at the time.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to start doing better asking these questions. I'm going to have to start doing better. Yeah, no.
Now this part is special. Miss Thomas thought they were dating. He? Not so much. He told her, let's be friends, but let's not catch feelings, while calling her at 3 a.m. and showing up at her mother's house. If that's what friends do, then sign me up. But don't worry, we'll get back to the baby part. There's a lot to unpack here. Above all, relationship drama. Because why wouldn't you have a child with someone you're not dating, right?
I don't want to know what was going on in you all's relationship in terms of conception with the baby, okay? I'm just doing like a little recap. It might have a little pettiness in there, but it's like a little recap, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So y'all met at the bar,
Yeah.
and the baby is here, 2 years old. Dad doesn't want to have anything to do with the little boy.
No.
He doesn't take him anywhere.
And it was okay at first. We was talking. It wasn't until he got with my mentor.
Oh,
That's,
okay.
To me, that's the big issue. Before she came into the picture, we was talking. It was fine. I'm like, okay, if you're not
Was
gonna
he
make this
visiting
work-
with the baby, taking the baby anywhere?
On Sundays, going to church, but that was it.
No weekends?
Nah.
Nothing during the week?
Nah.
I'm a football coach. He used to be at games with me.
Hold on, one second. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
Apparently, he and my mentor, they got a child on the way.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. Enter Dad, who is too busy being a football coach and fitness trainer to take care of his son. Of course, he attends every football game. After all, who wouldn't want to show up and bond with a kid alone on game days? Their argument? Well, it's hard to talk about the kid when the conversation always shifts to his new mentor girlfriend. You know, the one who used to be his mentor. Classic.
And so that's the reason why he don't want to pay child support. And I ain't got nothing to do with all that.
Okay.
My baby was here first, so, like, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
He the father and everything else, that's it.
Well, thank you for asking that. And please don't chew gum in here. Please do not chew gum in here.
Sorry.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So before we move over to him, is there any question that he is the dad?
No.
You all had DNA testing done?
Yep. The
And he's
moment
the
I
father?
conceived.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's not an issue. So let me move over to him and see what's going on, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Well,
Sir, what's going on?
Actually, I'm a football coach / physical trainer.
Slash liar. /
Excuse you.
manipulator.
Excuse you. Excuse
When I
you.
have those.
Oh yes, the mentor who now seems to be the real cause of all the drama. Apparently, Dad has gone from dating to being a full-life partner with the woman who used to guide Miss Thomas's career. But don't worry, he's not in love with her. He's having a baby with her. Totally fine. Meanwhile, Miss Thomas is on the verge of a meltdown, stating, "I don't worry about her. My son came first." Oh, and did I mention there's a baby on the way? Because nothing says solution like adding more babies to the mix.
Excuse you. You will not be disrespectful like that in here. We're not going to do any name calling. I definitely don't want you all to throw something at each other. Please do not do all of that.
No, she ain't gonna do
It's
that.
not necessary.
I ain't gonna do
She
what?
ain't that crazy.
Okay,
That's
well,
what you
here's the
want to
deal.
believe, though.
Well, here's the deal. You're not going to be crazy up in here, okay? The only person that can get crazy and say crazy stuff, which I'm not going to say anything that's just completely disrespectful, is me. I just need the facts
Right.
so I can determine if child support needs to be paid and what the amount is going to be, all right? So, go ahead,
Like I was saying, I'm a football coach / physical trainer.
all right?
She said I don't do anything for the child. The child be with me. And he be going to football games, and as looking at his facial expressions, it seemed like he have fun. He meet other.
Now, the real fun begins. Dad says he'll pay child support, but wonders why he should, given that Miss Thomas doesn't want him around the child. Yes, that makes sense. You can't have your cake and eat it too, dude. Do you want visitation rights? Well, with a court order in place, guess what? You have your time with the little one. So even if you're not a stellar parent, you're at least going to pay for the privilege.
Kids that love the same sport like he does. I have no problem paying child support, but every time we try to have a talk, it always switches to her
Her what?
manager, because I go out with her manager. Let's just put it out there.
Her manager.
Yeah.
Oh, she dates her manager.
No, I go
he
out with
does.
her manager.
Oh, you go out. Oh, her former mentor.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At the
Well, I
bartender.
mean, you don't think that would cause like a little sore spot?
Just a little bit, just a snippet.
Well, I mean,
Stop instigating.
people grow apart.
I mean, they do, but they don't grow to somebody's close friend or mentor.
That's all right. When you become my stepson, because I am with your daddy, then I don't want to hear none of that. All right? That's it.
Miss Thomas, that is it.
You see,
Okay, plot twist. The judge drops some knowledge. The moment the court order is approved, Dad's paternity rights are automatically activated. It no longer just pays child support. he now has visitation rights. That is, when it is his turn to see Junior, the game begins. Miss Thomas had better get used to the idea of Daddy showing up, and probably also complaining about it. Oh, and just wait for the restraining order request to follow shortly. Drama and paperwork. It's the American dream.
There's no hostility on my side. Like I said, I have no problem
Well,
paying
it shouldn't be on your side.
Right.
You living the life. You dated her. You all had a baby.
Yeah.
Her mentor. You started dating her. You all have a baby on the way. You living the life.
Luxury.
We won't have any of those.
Huh?
That's about the 4th time, right?
Yeah, it really is getting annoying at this point. You know, I try not to dismiss people's cases, right? It's not a normal thing. I've had to do it a couple of times, but I try not to do that, all right? I understand your frustration. I understand you probably don't even want to be here. But here's the situation. We're here. You want him to pay child support. It doesn't sound like he has a problem doing that. So I just don't understand why you won't.
After all the talk about the baby, the drama with the mentor, and some unnecessary yelling, the judge finally lays down the law. Child support is taking place, and guess what? You have to pay. And to add a cherry on top, the judge reassures Dad, as soon as the order is in place, you'll get visitation. Yes, sir. Welcome to the wonderful world of court-ordered parenting.
Let this process happen. I can't say let go how you feel. I don't think that's fair. But, you know.
He just hurt. It just hurt.
Which part just hurt?
He didn't have to leave me.
You still like him.
I love him.
Oh, she loves you.
Well, I mean, when you won't let me see my kids, and every time we
but
try to
that's
talk about
because-
things.
Well, one kid, right?
Right. Well, I'm sorry, one kid.
Yeah, well, yeah, because you're speaking about your
Yeah.
other child. I got you.
Sorry
I got
about
you.
that.
But yeah, I mean, there's a possibility you all can work through this, right?
No.
We tried. That's why we're here today.
No, not work through. I mean, you're here today. You're going to get some sort of resolve today. What I'm saying, after today, do you all think you'll be able to work together? I mean, you really don't have a choice because you're parents to this 2-year-old boy.
Oh, but wait a second. Just when things seem to be calming down, Dad asks for a restraining order because Miss Thomas has allegedly been lurking in the bushes outside her house. Yes, because that's the natural next step after a discussion about child support, right? You know, in case the drama wasn't enough, let's add a little espionage.
And then your child that you will be having will be the sibling to you all's child together. So at some point, all of you are going to have to work together.
Right.
Even you and the former mentor, unfortunately. So, I mean, it's a chance that you all can work this out, right?
Right.
No. I'm good.
Well,
Me
your
and my baby, we
feelings are
gonna be
hurt.
all right, like Beyonce say.
Yes, but your feelings are hurt.
Like
So
Beyonce.
I just don't want it to be a situation after today you start, getting to where you don't want the child to go with him, or you keep the baby away from him because you're mad at
It
him.
won't be like that as long as he takes
Your Honor,
care.
if I may intervene,
Yes, sir.
every time I try to see my kid, it's the same thing. We have made it this far to court. She's saying we could have settled it outside of court, but every time we try to
That's
settle
because you
it,
got everybody in my business.
the topic, I let you in everybody's business?
In this case, Judge Vanderby ruled in favor of Miss Thomas, as the father, despite his objections and frustrations, was ordered to pay support for his 2-year-old son. The judge emphasized that a court order automatically grants paternity rights, including visitation rights, to which you must adhere. The father, despite his claims that he was not allowed to see his son, was informed that he had the right to request visitation as part of the child support agreement. Ms. Thomas also pointed out that the father had not been actively involved in his son's life, except to attend football games. Ultimately, the judge made it clear that both sides had responsibilities to his son and that the legal system would enforce them, regardless of personal complaints. While the father did not seem satisfied with the decision, it was made clear that his duties to provide child support and ensure his parental rights were respected under the law. Who won the case? Miss Thomas won the case, as she managed to obtain the court order for child support, despite the father's objections. The judge made sure that both parents had to comply with the terms of the order, including the parent's obligation to financially support the child. So, what did we learn today? Well, when it comes to relationships, children, and messy breakups, nothing is simple. Everyone is hurt, no one is happy, and the baby is caught in the middle of it all. In the end, Dad will pay child support and, at some point, get visitation rights. But in this twisted story of love, heartbreak, and football matches, it's clear, no one wins. But hey, at least now there's a court order to sort it all out. Isn't that the perfect cherry on top of this hot mess? And that's it for today's episode of Court Drama, where everyone loses. Remember, folks, if you ever get caught up in a mess like this, just remember, a warrant is the gift that keeps on giving. But hey, at least you don't have to deal with it alone. See you next time. Let's hope it's with less drama.